Man, I guess we're gonna get right into it. There's nothing I can say to make this any cooler than it's gonna be.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll let it speak for itself, I guess.
We're gonna start this off with some salted duck eggs. This is rather large, and it's it's grayish. That's pretty cool. I had them in the fridge, so everything's kind of chilled, but they're already pre-cooked and everything.
Pre-cooked, but not shell-dified?
No, I've never had a duck egg before.
I'm not even really a fan of eggs to begin with. So.
Yeah, me neither. Actually, I hate eggs, and I boiled eggs specifically.
There we go. I didn't break my yolk.
It's time to see what the middle of these look like. Okay, well...
Oh my god, dude.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. So... It's a hardened yolk. Feels pretty granular-ish? Grainy-ish? Don't smell bad, though. I guess I'm gonna munch on this one. You want to munch on this one with a little bit of the...
I'm not eating the yolk.
That's the part.
The black yolk?
Okay, then get one of these with the yellow yolk.
Those ones are blackened around the edges, too. There is no way for us to know if these have gone bad or not. Literally.
One way to find out.
Oh my Jesus Christ, man. How is it?
Salty.
I would imagine so.
Oh, it's very salty. Oh my god.
I'll get this edge off of it.
Okay, so it's not as salty as surströmming. It's not as salty as the stinky tofu. But it is not good.
What about that is a culinary... It's just salt. Literally, you could have put salt on an egg and it would have been the same. Probably better. It's just as grainy.
On a scale of 1 to 10 of the weird stuff that we've eaten on this channel, Logan.
Okay.
What are you going to give the salty duck eggs?
If it's based on the weird stuff that we have eaten,
Yeah.
then it has to be like a 4 or 5. I mean...
Wasn't terrible?
If I put it on something, I might be able to choke through it, but... Oh
not by itself.
No, 100% not.
No, that's a little too salty. So Logan, you'll be happy to know that the next ones are pre-shelled, so we don't have to shell these at all.
Beautiful. The ones in the Ziploc bags.
Yeah. So what we have here are tea eggs. It's just hard-boiled eggs that have been boiled in tea and herbs.
Oh, and herbs.
Yeah, so it's already been shelled and everything. It's got a really gnarly looking outside to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut into one of these.
There's... Okay, let's see if the inside...
Looks like a hard-boiled egg.
It still has that nasty ring around it. Like, what could that be?
Okay. What he's talking about is the little ring around the yolk, the dark ring. So whenever you boil them or pack them in something dark and it absorbs it, that's the skin that separates it from the inside of the yolk and the outside of the yolk. So it kind of gathers around the middle of that. It doesn't mean it's bad.
But it would make checking if it's bad a whole lot harder.
Here, get your own.
Get my... Okay, I want to cut this one. Let's see. Let's get a long ways cut of that. Oh my god. Alright, I'll grab this one here. This one looks like the less...
Yep. So I've actually, I kind of got high hopes for this one for a boiled egg. Like I said, I'm not really an egg fan, but it don't smell terrible.
No, but oh my god, man! Here, let me see. I just want to make sure there's nothing like hiding underneath the yolk.
Well,
okay. Yeah, that's for the people wondering what I was worried about at home. That's oh my god. All right, I guess there's only one way to get through this.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it is pretty good actually.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of tea it is, but
the herbs are good.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. On a scale of 1 to 10 of the weird stuff we've eaten on this channel, how do you like the tea eggs?
I'll give it an 8 because I didn't even gag on that one.
It's got a funky aftertaste, but it's not a bad aftertaste.
Dude, I hate eggs so much, man.
Me too.
I wouldn't even take a bite out of like an actual one that I cooked.
I'm aware.
Oh my god, dude.
I promise you I hate them more than you do.
I brought some water with me. Oh my god. Now let me just borrow a sip of this.
It's like, let me borrow this, I'll give it back when it's piss.
Okay. I mean, you could if you wanted it back, of course. I mean, it's about the same color. I gotta call somebody. What were the other two?
Logan, these, my friend,
oh, I know
are the century eggs.
Oh, I know what those are.
So, I've seen century eggs done 2 different ways. I believe these are the black century eggs. They also have a kind of like a golden century egg. But the black ones are supposed to be the most tasty.
This looks like a warbler's egg.
A warbler's egg?
It's got like spots on it. This is like an egg I'd pick up in Skyrim. Like I'd take this out of a hawk's nest. Okay, hold on. Let me look at these two together. Just make sure that it doesn't have like the same spot patterns. And these were just made on like an assembly line. Alright, we look good.
Yeah, so this is kind of a greenish color with little black dots all over it.
I've never had a regular duck egg, is the thing, so there's no like...
Alright, man, well, I guess we're about to try our very first century egg. You know what I enjoy most about these videos, Logan?
Now, what would it be that you enjoy most
I
about?
get to eat some of the weirdest shit I've ever had in my life, and things I would never, ever have the actual opportunity to in everyday life. And I get to do it with you.
You know what? That's a good way of looking at it.
That's why I enjoy doing this.
For me...
Because there's no way in hell I would ever eat a century egg if it wasn't
Oh, yeah. You know what?
with you.
I'm in the same boat. I would not try any of these things if it wasn't with you. But I feel like I'm kind of just like speed running my karmic debt. Because I have a feeling when I die, I'm going to get reincarnated. And I'm going to be eating like century eggs or like fried tarantulas on a stick.
So you're going to be Cambodians, what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, dude. I'm going to look... That's not gonna come right.
Oh.
Oh!
Okay, that's pretty awesome. The way the shell just cracked and peeled away from it. I think that's awesome. But this thing is like black.
That is mesmerizing.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Actually, don't open that one.
Yeah,
we'll just split this one.
Are you sure it could be like extremely good, and then we're like fighting over it?
Yeah, if it's really good, then we will fight.
Now, do they call it a century egg? Because it if you eat these a lot, you'll get to the age of a century, or?
Actually, they don't call them century eggs in China.
Who could have? Really?
Really, they're just called preserved eggs.
I have a feeling that's a lie. If I were to walk up there and point at this, I don't think a Chinese man's gonna look at me and say, preserved egg.
You sure about that?
Don't they speak like Mandarin or Cantonese?
Preserved duck egg.
Dude, that...
That's all it's called. It's preserved duck egg.
That has to be a mistranslation. There is no chance that it's called preserved duck egg.
I'm telling you, that's what it's called.
Well, let me put this... Let's preserve this preserved duck egg. Let's put this in the incubation.
Put it back in
We'll
there.
We'll start like a little science experiment on our show. We'll see if we can actually...
Grow it?
Yeah, grow them, incubate them.
Yeah, it's actually really cool looking.
It is very cool looking.
It's really pretty.
Like, it's jet black.
Yeah. So I want to cut this into little slices.
Okay.
Because I want to see what it'll look like sliced up.
That smells like a centuries old coochie. That looks like where the duck came from.
It smells like matches.
That's not a good sign, man.
And ammonia.
Oh, I smelled that ammonia on the end of it.
Yeah. So Logan, you ready to try a century egg?
Now, when you look at it, it's not pure black. It looks like a cola gummy. If you look at the flesh.
Well, you can kind of see through it.
You're holding it up to the light like you're trying to check it's like it's a forged bill or not. Like,
okay, well,
dude, don't rush me. Don't rush me. I need to think about this. Dude. Oh my god. Okay, it is a very good thing that I don't know how these are made before we try them.
Actually, the way they're made,
No.
It's pretty cool. So what they ended up doing, they take, it's like the yellow ones and the black ones, they have a special little spot where they get the mud for it. And they take, they take a certain type of mud, they mix it in with a bunch of seasonings and stuff like that, and then a little bit of salt and a little bit of sulfur and some ash. Some ash from like some fire they use. And they cake it. They pack it in. And they let it sit for about a month.
I bet you know a lot about packing it in. Anywho.
And they just let it sit for a while, and then it comes out like this. I don't remember exactly how long it takes, but...
Let's hope not a century.
Yeah. You ready?
Oh, okay, how much of this are you actually going to get? Are you just going to put the whole slice in your mouth?
No, but you can.
Okay, bon appetit. That is the worst consistency I've ever had on anything.
You know what? It don't taste as bad as it smells.
It doesn't taste...
Like, I can't taste the ammonia on it.
Please stop with the ammonia, bro. You're gonna actually make me choke
Well,
up.
the sulfur, but that the egg white is really, really jelly.
Sorry.
But it is not bad. A lot better than I expected.
It's not good.
It's better than I expected.
It tastes like I'm in the Matrix and they just gave me my bug bar for the day. Like my daily protein.
Yeah. You spit it on the table.
I'm about to spit it up in my lap here in a second. Hold on. Let me see if I can actually swallow this.
And like the jelly is really like, it's got a crunch to it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a...
Sorry. Keep going. I'm being shocked.
So this jelly piece right here, it's like a really hard jelly with like a skin, you know? Almost like a skin on it. It's It don't taste as bad as it smells though, for sure.
What? Doesn't taste as good as it looks.
Just the...
Okay.
It's just the consistency is really weird and off-putting.
I swear to God, I'm not racist. I treated the white egg a lot better than that one. But it... I apologize.
So Logan, on a scale of 1 to 10, the century egg.
You know, I'm gonna give that 100 out of 10. The good old century.
So it was good?
You know how, like, in, like, certain, like, low integer systems, like, if you go over a certain amount, there's, like, an overhold, like, there's a threshold?
Yeah.
Yeah, it went over it, now it's, like, -2. It's already...
So it kind of just whipped back around.
It's so bad I can't even swallow the saliva in my mouth.
So out of all the things that we've eaten on this channel, you're going to give this a 0?
No, I have reserved the 0 for, like, Stinky Tofu,
You gave Stinky Tofu like a 4.
Well, that was at the start of the video. We started that video with the worst one. To be fair.
We did.
It was just, like, the most bland thing I could think of. The only thing bad about it was the consistency. I'd give that, like, a 3, a 4, maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I'm going to give it a 4. It's not the worst thing I've ever eaten.
No, not by a long shot.
It's not the best thing I've ever eaten, but that jelly around that center.
It's so black.
Yeah, so it's just, that is just strange. And the jelly's just strange. Let's see if I can squeeze this center out.
Oh, you don't want to.
Yeah, so that jelly. Logan, here, just eat this jelly.
Are you mad? I was gonna do like a little science experiment. Like, let's see. Yeah, it bounces.
Let's do.
Get a tracking shot of that one.
So we're gonna save this one for your sister. Accidentally slip it in her morning breakfast.
Oh, when's Easter?
Oh, a couple months. It'll still be good by then.
Okay, that is a good sign. When there is Sharpie marker on the bottom of the egg, you know that it's... My mouth tastes like blood. That's what the egg tasted like. It tastes like blood.
Yeah. The last one, the jelly does kind of leave like an iron taste in your mouth.
Yeah, that was... I'm glad that I wasn't able to swallow any.
Yeah. So Logan, what we have here are 2 duck eggs. Plain duck eggs.
Just straight up duck eggs?
Straight up duck eggs.
Okay, I was worried that we wouldn't have like a baseline.
But they've been fertilized.
Oh my god.
We have balut.
Dude, I'm not eating balut. Are you...
Why would you not?
There's a fetus in there.
A small one.
I'm not eating a fetus.
A small one.
Dude. Okay, no. No, if it has eyeballs...
It don't have eyeballs. Their eyes are closed. Anyway, millions of people enjoy this food every day. It is a staple in quite a few countries.
There's a
very, very, very sought after street food. So the way it is, they have different ages and different levels that they go through. So it usually takes about 20 days for a duck to develop inside the egg before it hatches.
Okay.
So what they do is they take it anywhere between 1 day and usually 12 days.
Okay.
And, before it starts being alive. And then they boil it. It's supposed to just taste like meat in an egg. That's it.
Okay.
So I got one for you, I got one for me. The mark on the bottom is to let you know where the air pocket is.
Okay.
So you crack it on the bottom.
Okay.
And it's easier to go for.
Okay.
So I watched Ben eat 2 of these the other day.
Oh my god.
And he's like, "You want one?" And I was like, "Yes, I do. I want 2 of them." And that's where I ended up figuring out about the salted duck eggs and all that. And I asked him if he can get a century egg. And he didn't know what a century egg was there for a minute. But he's like, "Oh yeah, I can get all that." So I was like, awesome. So I met up with him on Saturday, and he provided us with these. And his wife even cooked the tea eggs for us.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Yeah. So these have already been cooked. Everything's already ready to go. So just in case you don't eat this, Logan, I want to remind you that Cardi B ate one.
No, okay, hold on. How did she even... Did she know what it was? Did she think it was ice cream?
She knew what it was.
Oh my... Okay, let's see.
So I guess I'm just crack the bottom open. Yeah, that's the air pocket. So...
You know, they really go above
So
and beyond.
I asked Ben when I watched him eat this. I said, "Why?" And he said, "Regular eggs are boring."
So he needs to eat like the oatmeal dino eggs? Well, I mean, there's nothing boring about this.
There's nothing boring about this.
Like, even taking the shell off, I feel like at any given moment, like I'm gonna get pecked in the finger.
Actually, it don't smell bad. It smells like chicken broth.
Kinda? Maybe?
It does. It smells like chicken broth. And like, I know you're autistic with like...
With literally everything.
Literally everything.
I'll be eating my, like, fries and chicken strips that I, air fried, and then I'll think about something gross, and I literally can't continue.
Yeah.
It's bad.
So, this is what the balut looks like. But, it's a fermented duck egg that had been allowed to develop a little bit in the embryo before it was boiled. So,
just to give them hope, just a
little bit of... This is the ultimate spawn camping.
Bro. I'm gonna keep this right next... You know what? Hold up. I'm gonna go ahead and separate the trash cans. I'm gonna do the smart thing.
One for you, one for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Dude,
you go ahead and you give it a try. And then after yours is down, I'm going to open mine up so the...
Oh, yeah, because... Yeah,
so we can see what it looks like.
Because there is no chance in hell I'm going to eat it after we dissect it. You feel me?
No. Just hold it like this and just... But you can eat the whole thing. I've seen people eat the whole thing.
No, I'm not going to eat the whole thing. I'm going to, like... Because I don't want to, like...
No, I've seen them eat it.
Alright, I'm sorry, but that Starburst drink is mine. I'm going to need that. If I'm going to pop, like, half of this thing into my mouth, or, like, 2/3, this is very worrying. Like, okay, yeah, that at the bottom. You know what, I gotta just put the whole thing in.
Yeah, I would.
Alright, okay, let's... Boy, I just gotta psych myself up for this. Let's now look at it. It's just an egg. It's just an egg. I've had eggs before.
Yeah. You've just had a bunch of eggs. You've just had some of the weirdest eggs on the face of the planet.
Exactly. I might even cook up an egg with my dinner as well.
You might.
All right, let's. Ooh. Bone apple teeth.
Yep. It's supposed to taste pretty good. Like. It's not that bad. Is it the taste or the consistency?
The consistency. Oh my god. I could literally feel like veins and like cartilage against my tongue. And especially when it was coming out too.
Oh.
Oh my god, that was bad. I tried harder with the Century egg. I really did. I couldn't. I will say, it does taste better than the Century egg, because the Century egg just tastes like blood.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste bad. It does actually taste like chicken broth. It's just... Oh my god.
Just you know what it is the problem.
I mean, not so much to know what it is, but I can, like, tell what's in my mouth.
Well, actually, the good thing about this one is, it's not been aged very long, so the embryo is pretty small.
Oh my god.
Well, like, this part is the... Here, I'll just pull it apart. Its head just came off. That's just its head. That's the little beak right there.
Oh.
It's the head and that's the beak. And this is the body in here. But it doesn't smell bad. It smells like chicken broth.
Mm-hmm. Is that some fur on them? What is that?
Just a little bit of feather.
Oh, I had feathers in my... Sorry, I'm still crying.
Still crying.
I like ducks, man. What can I say?
So, fertilized duck egg. It's supposed to taste pretty good. Logan hates the consistency of it. I just seen what's inside of it, so my stomach's already turning.
I'm so glad I got through mine already.
So glad that you got through yours without having to look at it.
Yes.
Yeah, so... fuck my life.
Do you want to name them first, or do you feel like you'd get too attached?
This was Harold. This was baby Harold the duck.
How does it taste?
Not good.
Don't spit Harold out. Don't spit out Harold. Oh my god. No. You alright?
I got bone in my mouth.
Oh my god, dude. I know we don't need you to get any more pinker, but you should probably, like, rinse out your mouth, bro.
Well, give me a minute.
It was my apologies.
Oh.
Just don't clip your head again on the table.
Oh my god.
Did you feel, like, the veins and stuff? You didn't feel the veins?
You can move in.
Oh my god, you're, like, labored.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm glad that I wasn't the only one that freaked out this episode.
Harold did not survive.
Poor bastard, but he will not be forgotten.
I barely survived.
Well, I mean...
I almost knocked myself out on the table.
That's just karmic... Yeah, you didn't finish Harold, and that's what...
Yeah, I guess. Oh. Logan, I hope you've enjoyed some of these delicacies.
I think all the scores together got like a maximum of 5.
Yeah, what would...
That was a 1. That was so bad.
Was that worse than...
Sorry, take a second.
Was that worse than the stinky tofu?
No.
It wasn't worse than the stinky tofu.
I'd rather get maced than try stinky tofu again. I'd rather, like, seen that video of the dude that sprayed a piece of pizza with pepper spray and ate it? Yeah. I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
Well, what about you? Would you give that, like, at least a 3 to 4?
Okay. So, Harold didn't taste bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say it was because I seen it, because I'd seen somebody eat them a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned my stomach a little bit, but it wasn't enough for that. The thing that got me was the consistency, because you watched me break it open and you could see all the little bits and pieces.
Yep.
And it was all separated inside of my mouth, and I could feel like every little thing in it.
Yeah.
I knew which part was his head.
God, dude.
And which part was the dangly little duck feet.
Man, now I feel bad.
Oh, don't feel bad. He was dead long ago. At least yesterday. So, I'm going to give Harold a 4.
Oh.
I'll give him a 4 because the taste wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not something I'm used to, especially when I'm eating an egg.
Yeah, no.
And as much as I don't like eggs, it wasn't the worst tasting of the bunch. Actually, I thought that salty duck egg was probably the worst tasting one.
Just because it like assaulted your senses all at once.
The second one would be the century egg because it does taste like iron and blood in your mouth, and it just leaves that. Harold didn't taste like blood. It legit just tasted like chicken broth. Mm-hmm. But the consistency of it, just feeling it moving around in your mouth, it was not for me. Logan, thank you for doing this video with me. You took it a lot better than I thought you would.
I did too. I mean...
I was expecting you to say no.
To the Balut one?
To any of them.
Oh my... I mean...
Yeah.
I need to go make peace with my God with as many as I can, really. All
of them. thank you for sticking around and watching with us. It's definitely been an experience. If you've ever tried any of these, let us know in the comments below. If there's anything specifically that you would like to see us do on this channel, just let us know and I'll see what I can do to make it happen.
Unless it's like something extremely illegal.
Unless it's illegal. But I mean, it can be semi-illegal. Well, don't tell YouTube.
Yeah, of course not. Like Ostrich Balut. Like this.
And with that, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and we will see you next time.
I would hope so, unless I contract some blood disease from a century-old egg.